remember, that's the salesman's number one goal, is to get you in the store and then sell you what they have. Hello everyone. I'm stuck inside thanks to the cool weather here in Alabama this weekend. In fact, it was cold last weekend as well. So this makes 2 weekends in a row that I'm not getting out on the bike. But anyway, this gives me the opportunity to talk to you about a topic that's been on my list of things to do for some time now. And it all started when I went shopping for the VMAX almost 2 years ago already, if you can believe that. One of the things that had changed during all that time that I was away from riding a motorcycle was the internet. And when the last time I went shopping for a motorcycle was back in the 80s. Well, the internet had come around since I went shopping again just a couple of years ago. And specifically, motorcycle dealerships all have websites now. Now, I am used to automobile dealerships because I tend to buy a new vehicle every 4 or 5 years or so on average. And so I'm accustomed to what I'm seeing on the internet versus what I am going to find at the dealership. So very specifically, when you go online to an automobile dealership, you will usually find a tab listed as inventory at that particular dealership. And I have found over the years, since I have been using dealerships' websites for shopping for a new vehicle, that those are very accurate. What they say they have in the showroom or in their inventory is indeed what they have. So I've just been accustomed to that's the way the game is played. It was straight up. And a lot of times on the automobiles you would see the actual sticker, the window sticker right there. They would load that as well on the website, so you could see everything that that particular vehicle had. So anyway, being used to this for the past couple of decades, when I went shopping for the motorcycle, the VMAX, a couple of years ago, and started looking at the dealers' inventories, I was pretty suspect right from the beginning, because pretty much their inventories or their showroom was basically listing every bike available from that particular manufacturer. So I was suspect, and of course that became substantiated when I would call a dealership asking if they had the VMAX on hand and in their showroom, and to find out that no, they didn't. And if you've seen my other videos, since I've been doing this now for almost 2 years, you know what a struggle it was for me to find a VMAX. But yet all the dealerships tended to show that they had one in stock. So anyway, that's what this video is all about. A couple of years ago, after I got my VMAX, for example, I was down south at the beach with my oldest daughter, and she was showing some interest in maybe getting a motorcycle herself. So we looked around at the local dealerships' websites while we were there and tried to find a Honda Rebel 300 that was in stock, so she could go sit on one and see how it fit. And we found a dealership nearby where we were staying that weekend, so we went there, and of course when we went inside, there was no 300 Rebel. They did have a 500, which is pretty close. I believe the seat height is the same anyway. So she was able to sit on that and see how she liked it. But nonetheless, that just at that point substantiated my thought on, okay, these dealerships are just flat out lying to get people to come into the dealerships and to sell what they have in stock rather than what they're showing online. So remember, that's the salesman's number one goal, is to get you in the store and then sell you what they have. So at that point, that's when I said, okay, I'm going to study this a little bit further when I get the opportunity. So last weekend, I decided, well, let me see if the local dealership here in Montgomery ever got any Gold Wings in. So I went to their website, and well, let me just show you right now what I found by doing that. So as I went to the website and clicked on their showroom, Montgomery's showroom, clicked down, okay, which manufacturer? I selected Honda. Of course, I'm looking at motorcycles, and then there right at the top are all of these Gold Wings, 5 of them to choose from in their showroom. Well, that looks pretty good, although the only 22 model they have is the standard Gold Wing, and I'm interested in the Tour. So I went scrolling through and looking at all the other bikes, and keep in mind that I already know that the Montgomery showroom is very small, and they carry 3 of the Japanese Big 4 motorcycles. So as you can see, I'm scrolling through here and thinking, okay, they're showing all of these bikes. Well, that's interesting. So then I decided, well, let me go ahead and see what they're showing for Yamaha. So same thing, select on the website, select Yamaha this time, motorcycle, and I go scrolling down, and again, it looks like, wow, they've got a lot of motorcycles in stock, even a lot of 2022 models. So that's pretty cool. Can't wait to check them all out. And then look, when I get to Sport Heritage, they show that they have a 2020 VMAX. Now come on, there's absolutely no way. They haven't had a VMAX in there for years, and there's no way they have one now. And there they even say they have the 2022 FJR. So anyway, so I decided to go down there. I had to go to Montgomery anyway. So I decided to just go ahead and stop into the dealership and see what they actually had. And of course, I wasn't surprised when I got in there. And as you can see on the photos, that is their entire showroom. So again, their entire showroom is not that big. It's smaller than my house. And there's no way that they were going to carry the full line of every bike that Honda makes, and the full line, everything that Yamaha makes. So I was not surprised when I went in there. And there was a lady working at the reception area and asked, you know, hey, what I was looking for. And I told her, and she said, oh, well, all of last year we only got in a total of 3 Gold Wings. And I said, yeah, but your website shows that you have 5 in stock right now. And she goes, oh yeah, that shows what's available. I said, yeah, well, you have it listed as being on the showroom. So I pretty much knew what her response was going to be before I even pressed her on the issue. Unfortunately, the sales manager was not around that day. It was a Saturday, and because I was going to question him on that and try and get a little bit more into that particular tactic of being dishonest. But nonetheless, one of the things that she also did say, and she got from another salesman, was that they don't expect to see another Gold Wing until May. So, and as we know, thanks to COVID, everything's a bit on hold right now. But nonetheless, COVID or not, that's no excuse for having every motorcycle listed on an area called, you know, dealer inventory or showroom, when clearly they do not have them in stock. So this is one of those videos where I'm curious as to what your experience is with this, because right now I can only speak for the state of Alabama. Both down south, dealerships in the Mobile area where I was at almost 2 years ago, summer of 2020 with my daughter, and in this area, and what I found here, and then calling to verify what they really had in stock. But I'm curious if you've experienced this. Is this a tactic that everyone in every dealership, motorcycle dealership in America engages in, or not? Are there any that are legitimate, like an automobile dealership? Because again, I've never seen this tactic at an auto dealership. So this, again, something new to me, because this is the first time that I've been shopping for motorcycles. So anyway, please chime in, give me your thoughts, let me know what your experience has been, or is this just a one-off, just something crazy going on down here in Alabama, or is this the norm with motorcycle dealerships, with the bait and switch tactic? Because if there's one thing that most of us probably already know, and this is true with automobile dealerships, they really want to sell you what they have in stock. They're not interested in selling you what you want. They want to try and sell what they have there, because that's the easy way out. But just coincidentally, with the exception of my most recent vehicle that I purchased last year, the 7 vehicles that I purchased prior to that, including 3 purchases that were made by my daughter, so 4 for me, 3 by my oldest daughter. All of those were dealer trades because the dealerships in our area did not have the specific model or color or feature or whatever it was we were looking for. So we were willing to wait an extra day or two for them to do a dealer trade. And in fact, they were either going to do the deal or they weren't. We weren't going to take what they had just to appease them. So you can do that at the dealership, wait and get what you want, although it's not what they prefer to do. Again, they prefer to move what they have right there. But anyway, like I said, feel free to chime in below. I'm curious as to what your thoughts are and what your experience has been with motorcycle dealerships with respect to what they are showing in your area on their showroom or their inventory. So that's all I have for this one. See you next time.